Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Ugh. All right, number. Want to take a guess?
28. I already know.
29.
Am I right?
29.
No, it's 28.
No, it's not.
Why are you frozen?
I don't know.
Now you're good.
It's 29.
Christian was 28.
Yep.
I was close. I was only one off.
Hey, that's better than usual. So nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
So I'm getting over a cold. This is like week number 2, so I'm a little hoarse. And yeah, last week Christian jumped on with you, and I was real sick, down and out. And now I'm kind of back on the mend a little bit, and talk about upcoming weeks in the Deer Classic. We got some good news last week.
Yep.
You had a discussion with Mathews, and we are now repping Mathews. Outdoor ideas. We're using Mathews. It's pretty exciting. You and I both been using their bows for a long time. I'd hate to guess how many Mathews you've had in the last 20 years.
Yeah, a dozen, something like that.
Let's go back. Let's name all your Mathews bows.
Oh, so I think the first one I ever had, I can't remember if it was the Monster or the Z7. They were both right around the same time, but I think it was the Monster. So I bought the original McPherson Monster, had that for a couple years, sold it to Don Kinney, and he still has it.
Does he?
Still has it. I tried to buy it from him a couple years ago, and he's like, no, I'm gonna keep it. And I'm like, gosh, you suck. I'd like that bow back. But then I bought a Z7, shot that for multiple years. Man, I'd have to look up all that. I had a no cam, had the Halon 32, Triax.
You've had 2 Z7s, right? You still have one of them?
Yeah, so I sold my original one like a long time ago, and then I was like, you know what, I love that bow, and I bought one, and I shot that for a few years ago. After I think I had what bow do you have, the Triax or Halon Triax? So I think after the Triax, I sold that and I bought a Z7, shot that for a few years. And then I bought a V3X 2 years ago, and that's the last one I bought, and I'm gonna order a lift 33-inch axle. I actually did the bow builder earlier today, and unfortunately my wife left, and she knows how to print everything off the computer, and I don't know how. It's not hooked up to my desktop. It's all hooked up to her laptop, and she took it with.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's kind of a cool benefit of Mathews. You can go build your own bow on their website, and all the specs, all the colors.
Yep, custom strings, dampeners, different. And the thing is, you can try them and see what it looks like. Like I'm pretty set in my ways. I'm a black and red guy. I have been for probably the last 4 or 5 bows I've owned. I think they're hanging up over here. I just like that. I think when we started doing the outdoor X stuff, we kind of decided to go with that little bit of a color scheme. The black with a little bit of red accent. I was like, all right, I'm gonna start gearing my bows and stuff towards that.
Nice. Yeah, I have the Triax, which I love that bow. I've had that since I got it brand new. Then before that was what was it? The 32 Halon 32 and the Halon.
Yep.
Both great bows too, and I sold them to a couple buddies. So,
I forgot that I had after my Z7, I had a Chill R, that I shot my 177 with, and that was a monster. And I just sold that to our buddy a month ago, Nick.
Oh yeah.
Yep, sold him that. So, yep, I've had a lot of them.
You've had a lot more than I have, but it's
I mean, for a while there, I was getting a new bow every year. So, being a bow tech and working on bows all the time, you kind of like, it's like anything else, anything you're into. If I know guys that still shoot the same bow they've had for 10 years and they're fine.
Yeah, I might go with a new one maybe next year. I like the tri-ax, how it's small, short axle to axle, and I can throw it on the e-bike and zoom around, and it's nice for hunting in a blind too. So
yeah, I've never had, like I said, my V3X is a 33, and I've never had an issue with it. I've always liked the longer axle to axle bows, so that's just kind of what I gear my setup towards.
Yep. So yeah, Mathews is on board. That's really exciting. We have one friend that works up in Sparta. You kind of maybe talk about him real quick. And
oh yeah. Chris Mobley, we've known him he used to work at Fin and Feather in Iowa City when we lived there. And he was one of the bow techs there, him and Nick. And actually, I think Colton was a bow tech there
yep.
too.
Yep.
And, everybody has since moved, and he took a job with Mathews at some point, and I think he does a lot of their warranty stuff. I haven't talked to him in a few months, but
yeah,
he's always up there doing something.
I sent him a few pictures. I think they have a bragging wall up there with people that shoot deer with, Mathews laying on them. In the past, I've sent him a few pictures, but yeah, he's a nice guy. And yeah, Mathews is, I wear my Mathews hat every day almost. I don't have it on right now, but it's going to be exciting venture with them. And most of the team, I'd say majority shoot Mathews already.
Yeah.
I'd probably about 99% of them actually, but it'll be fun.
Yep. It's a big deal. It's a big, kind of validation, I guess, of the Outdoor X stuff, where we kind of started, and, all the hard work, like having arguably the biggest bow brand in the world, willing to partner with you and stuff like that is, I don't know, makes you feel good for all the hard work, all the time and doing stuff. It makes you feel pretty good. So
there's a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff that people don't see or realize. Like even just getting ready for the Deer Classic, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you're dealing with, that we're trying to get ready to, have some apparels, have some hats, have a booth. It's the first time for us, but then also doing our daily jobs, living our daily lives, also working for GSM. Like we're just very, very busy. And you got 2 daughters and gymnastics, tumbling, volleyball,
everything.
Yeah. So it's it's fun. It keeps us busy. But it's kind of cool to see where we started to where we're heading. So the YouTube page is popping off. So thanks for you, all the subscribers that we have. We have 13,000 now, which is, it's not a whole lot, but it's a lot to us. So every single one of them we appreciate.
Yeah. I feel like, 2 years of grinding, that's pretty good. What was it, like 2 weeks ago I shared that Facebook memory when we had hit 500?
Yeah. Now we got 1 million views, or what is
1.5
1.5 million
in the last month.
Yeah. So that's pretty solid. So it's exciting times, and I'm looking forward to see where this goes. The shed season's kind of popping off for us. If you guys want to watch some really cool shed hunts, I think we got 5 or 6 videos out now.
There's five out right now. Kind of have parts of another one ready to go. I need to get a few things down though. I think you got a couple finds that you and Jace have done that might need to get a hold of, and I haven't been holding up my end because most of my deer are still holding.
Yeah, I actually had 2 tonight on my farm that I haven't seen before. They're still holding. So
yep.
I haven't been out either with being sick and Jen and everything. I haven't really had much time to get out and walk some of my best farms. So
yeah, I think a lot of it's going to be that either the week of the Deer Classic, but honestly, I think it's going to be that first or second week of March before I really quote grid search and start looking hard. I've done a few little exploratory walks on a little bit of bedding edges, but mostly it's been edges of food or stuff like that. I haven't really went too crazy. I mean, I've been in the timber just a smidge, but not serious, like a quick one big loop, and not searching hard, just kind of seeing if I can pick up an easy one, and it's been rough.
Yeah, I really don't have any deer that I know besides one in particular that he lost his big side, which is rather large, on one of my farms. So I'll just be looking for his pretty hard and see if I find some randoms. But the team's really starting to pick them up. I mean, there's guys daily, going out lunch breaks after work and to find some sheds. So
Yeah, it's cool. The shed videos have been popping off, and I've been enjoying them. I mean, I watch them even a lot of times when I get done editing stuff, I never watch it again just because I've watched all the pieces so many times. But the shed videos, I've been back and I've watched them all probably a couple times after they were completely done. So
yeah,
um, that's that just goes to show that it's good content, I guess, in my opinion.
my favorite thing is some of these farms that you walk are all multiple rows, honeysuckle. It's hard to have a fan, but it's nice when you have farms that are open and you can get,
Right.
or your wife or significant other involved. That's what I really like to watch.
Yeah. Jared went out with his daughter and found they found those sheds, and it's just funny hearing the little voice and how excited she gets, and how they a lot of times they don't talk how adults do, just their mannerisms and stuff like that. It makes it way entertaining. So
Yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, we'll probably have maybe 4 or 5 more videos.
yeah, I mean, hope so. I mean, if we can roll out, there's already 5 out. If we can hit, 4 or 5 more, it just kind of depends how long this goes. And I mean, honestly, we're going to be turkey hunting in a little over a month.
Yeah, I think after sheds we'll have a stint where we try to maybe catch some walleyes. Be kind of a cool aspect if we can get a couple guys to film some spring walleye. That's one thing I really like to do is get Jen healthy again, and I got a pair of waders and I got a pretty deep hole, and without giving it away, but I think the walleye are gonna be kind of packed up in that hole with the low water levels. So I'm I'm kind of looking forward to some spring walleye. It's been a few years since you and I've done that. So
Yeah, we tried to do it a couple years ago, and it was we caught a few, but it's it's just so hard, and with the kids and all that stuff. And I mean, Jace was a baby, wasn't he?
he couldn't go fishing.
Yeah, he couldn't even hang out on the shore and throw rocks in. So,
Yep. Scary.
um, right, yeah, we'll have to try to make it happen a little bit more. So, hopefully, at least, it does pass the time. Like I used to crappie fish all the time in the spring, and man, the last few years I go maybe once or twice, and if I don't hit them just right, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm burned out, whatever. Let's do something else.
We haven't hit our Sailorville spot in the last 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the water levels have been lower and lower and lower and lower every year, and I feel like it just changes where they go.
Yeah, I'm down to go get yelled at. So let's take the boat out and go to our spot.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. So
Yeah, Jace got a new fishing pole for Christmas. We went to Bass Pro, got him a new net. I got Jen a fishing pole. Um, we're ready to go fishing. So I don't really ice fish at all.
I have all the stuff. I didn't go.
Yeah,
We only had ice for 2.5 weeks.
yeah.
Honestly.
Now everything's open, backed up.
Oh yeah, the pond behind my house is completely open. Been open for like a week.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad. Yeah. If you guys listen to the podcast, which I appreciate you if you do, I was talking about buying a snowmobile because we had like 30 inches of snow. My brother-in-law was gonna give me a really good deal, and ended up he couldn't get it to go over 15 miles an hour. Something was messed up with the engine or electronics or something. So I'm kind of hindsight. I'm glad I didn't buying it because I have a snowmobile just parked in the garage with no
that's
snow.
fun. That's funny. Yeah. Yep. I'm sure we'll probably get another snowstorm. I think Wisconsin got last night, where Austin was. So who knows? I don't want it. I'm done.
They can keep it.
I'm over it. I'm ready to start wearing shorts again. So
You're not already wearing shorts?
No, no, it's cold in the mornings when I go to the gym. It's like still 32 degrees. So, when it's that mid 50s, mid 60s, yeah, it's because then I won't go back. So if it hits 30 again, I'll still be in shorts. So I got to
Right.
find that nice line to go on. So
Nice. Looking forward to the Deer Classic. Um, maybe let's go over kind of what we're gonna have. We're gonna have our booth there up top between the sheds and where they score the deer, and then Jesse's making some hats and
yep,
some apparel sweatshirts. We're gonna have t-shirts. So if you guys want to help support the brand, rep the brand, we'd love for you to stop by. And we're also going to be giving away a Hawk office and get your name in a drawing. Make sure you're subscribed to YouTube type of thing. We'll have more information as that kind of gets closer. But do you have any hats or apparel that you can kind of show?
So this is one of the gray Richardsons. We also have I don't have one down here, but black on black. So it's an all black front and back with a black patch on it. A very limited supply of the camo fronts with the brown patch like that. Stocking hats in black and white and orange, blaze orange, and then just our standard green, olive green shirts and hoodies, and then black with white logo hoodies and t-shirts. So not a whole lot of stuff, but a lot of good quality things.
Yeah, so please
very
come
good very good representation of what we are. So
yeah, we would appreciate it if you came by and said hi at least. You don't have to buy
yeah,
anything.
yep. Come by, say hi, and we might have some other just giveaways, just throughout the weekend. Just hey, here's a hat, here's a shirt, here's this or that. Maybe we'll throw out a turkey decoy, or a trail camera or something like that. Anything like that, just to kind of show, hey, thanks for supporting us and whatnot.
Yep. It's going to be fun. Like I said, this is our first time ever having a booth. We've been in booths for a long time with Real Hunt, Trophy Pursuit, like that type of thing. So this will be Outdoor X's first booth. So
yeah, it'll be exciting. I keep on thinking, oh, I got everything I need. Yep, it's all ducks in a row. And then I was like, oh crap, I forgot to get the signage for the giveaway for the blind, so I had to order that today. It'll be here like the 28th, so we got like a day buffer.
Yeah, cutting close.
And I had got to thinking, oh, I think I have all the tables and everything all ordered, and I was like, crap, I forgot to order the compartments for storing the hoodies and the hats. Just try to way to keep it organized, and we're gonna have a TV running there with a lot of the YouTube episodes and whatnot. So I ordered a TV stand, and that showed up today. So I just need to do a little bit of looking and getting a TV and get some sort of system set up where we can run either the YouTube, straight from the YouTube, and we can go through a playlist and watch it all, or if I need to download everything to like a scan disc and plug it into the TV.
Perfect. We're also going to have 2 pedestals that will be for sale in our booth, and those pedestals are made by Keaton Minnick of Minnick's Red Cedar Woodworks, something like that.
Yep, I believe so.
So yeah, Keaton will have a couple pedestals. We'll have my deer on there, and Jesse will have his deer from last season. Currently, we're seeing Snapchats of them getting mounted, so the process has started. It's pretty exciting. I kind of snoop on Dylan, his Snapchat every day, and he's working on one deer, and you can see my deer in the background.
Right. I was wondering if you caught that the other day or not. I'm like, God, I think that's Greg's deer.
Yeah, I keep going back, and he's like, oh, that's what he's doing. So he's a very good taxidermist, and you guys want to swing.
He cut the ears off. It was weird.
Makes them look wider.
Yep. They're wider if their ears are completely missing.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we're excited. What the Deer Classic is how many weeks away? 2?
It's the 15th while we're doing this right now. So that just, what is that? 3 weeks? Yeah. 3 weeks from tomorrow it starts. We'll be setting up in 3 weeks.
Nice.
That's crazy.
It's exciting.
It is. It's exciting. Like I said, I'm all ready for it. So
I'm excited to meet people that actually listen to this podcast. I met one of them. I give him a shout out about every time we have a podcast. So
yeah, it's cool. I've had a few people, like, hey, I had like somebody comment on one of my TikToks about, I heard you guys were talking about this on your podcast, and I'm like, well, I appreciate you and the other 43 people.
Yeah, it's exciting when you meet someone that actually listens, and we'll get right now. It's kind of it's the topics are not that entertaining per se, but we're gonna get more into habitat management as time allows, and as we get closer to the shed season leaving, and we'll have some more things to talk about. Red osier dogwood and what Jesse's doing to his farm. I seeded clover, frost seed. What windows, and there's you guys can comment if you want, and you kind of, hey, if you got questions about anything in particular, we can go ahead and touch on those too.
Yeah, we're open for discussing pretty much anything when it comes to the outdoors and nature and hunting and fishing and all that good stuff. We're constantly learning, and if we can help you not make a mistake because we've made it in the past, that's what it's all about.
A lot of dumb things we've learned.
Oh yeah, I've wasted a lot of time and money on things that didn't pan out.
We know where to put a water hole versus where to not to put a water hole.
Right. Yeah, and I've put water holes in. Oh, God, I've tried everything. I've done some stupid things to try to, because you almost feel like, we've talked about this with a couple team members. You feel like if you're not doing anything, that you should be doing something. Like sometimes the best thing to do is not doing anything.
Like a horizontal rub. You know what? It's a pain in the ass. A vertical rub is 10 times better, and we have proof. Horizontal rubs do work in some instances, but it's so much easier to do a vertical rub. Don't put in the time and effort to do something that's not going to work near as good as what a regular tree or white pine that you could put in.
Yeah, guys buying cedar posts and making the big giant tees and putting a rope on one end and a oak branch on the other, and it just, do they work? Sure, but you get a better result or just as good result if you would just dig a white pine post in.
That's just the tip of the iceberg from what we. So there's a lot more.
Yeah, and like I said, we can go into all that and as in depth as we possibly could if it was something that people wanted to see.
That's right. Well, it is 7:00.
Quarter after.
Get Jace to bed, and big things happening tomorrow. So.
Yeah, yep. And I said my wife left with our oldest to go to Tennessee today for gymnastics, so I got the young one, and need to make sure she's got school tomorrow, get all that stuff. Then I got regular job I got to do tomorrow, and it's always a little bit busier when you're by yourself. You have to remember that everything's my responsibility, and then we got she's got gymnastics tomorrow afternoon. Then we have I think her last daddy-daughter dance is tomorrow for church. So now that I remember it, like I said, it's one of those things I kind of keep forgetting, but now that I remember it, I'm like, I'm kind of excited. Like I've been doing that with my kids for years and just absolutely love it. So
before you know it, they won't be doing that and you'll be sad. So
Sophie didn't get to do it this year, and she was pretty, like, she's too old, and she was like, I really wish I could go and do it.
Yeah.
So
take pictures.
Oh yeah, like they've been popping up. My memory's been popping up on Facebook like crazy, and I'm just like, man, they were so little. It's just crazy. It's not fair.
Yeah.
So enjoy your kids while they're little.
Yeah. That's right. So, well, we'll end on that note. Thank you guys for listening and or watching, and head on over to the YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. If you don't,
Yep.
we'll be sad.
Yep. We appreciate it. Thank you guys.
All right. Lights out.